Yo, Wagwan, it's that guy back at it again. It's not Nation. I want to review some freeform dreadlocks today. Reviewing some freeform dreadlocks today. And I am here on Instagram, Not Nation. Definitely come by here. Drop a follow over on the Not Nation. We are reviewing dreadlocks of the freeform type today. And no one specifically. I'm just going to kind of Google Instagram some shit and see what we kind of come up with for this episode. I'm just gonna kind of talk some shit for a little bit. This is China. I sent me this photo a couple days ago and I posted it. And now these are some freeform dreads actually. How can you tell? Well, for one, the size of the roots. Also, there's like a lot of finger dreads, some like finger conjoined congos happening here. So we know these are freeform. At most, they might have been rubber banded a little bit to kind of start them off. But we're here to talk about the freeform dreadlock movement. And if you're wondering what freeform dreads are, they're dreadlocks that have been produced freely. Their form has been produced freely, meaning no interlocking, no retwisting, no crochet hooking, just washing them and letting them dry, and that's how they form. Even guys like this here are definitely freeform dreadlocks, and now this is like ultimate freeform, as these guys grow their hair pretty much from manhood, early manhood, and they don't do it with anything but just nature. You know, they just have time on their hands. You know, like this guy doesn't go to the salon and get them retwisted or interlocked. You know, he's not worried about crocheting in his roots and this and that. This goes to show that you can create truly beautiful, organic, natural dreadlocks just by freeforming them. And it will always take years of patience and dedication, especially to achieve something like this. And this is actually really respectable because this man's gone bald on the top of his head, but he's still got the crown long full of dreads. Right off the bat, a few other guys on the Instagram page right now with the freeform locks. This guy here growing in his dreads and actually bleached them pretty early in the dreadlock game. But notice the dread here at the back. You can see how it joined up with another dread beside it to make it super thick. These dreads actually remind me a lot of Fat Nick's dreadlocks, just in the shorter version. Again here, freeform dreads, a sign of them. You can see here how it's like finger locks kind of formed together. You know, these could be specified as freeform dreads as well, being so because they're super thick. Now, to not get it twisted, sometimes dreadlocks like this have been manipulated. They have been sewn together or in place. Also maybe had the use of rubber bands in there. Even though they're freeform dreads, sometimes people maintain them with rubber bands and or threading when they do this. Dreadlocks like this here on Brie Lockness. Now, these can be considered freeform, even though like they may have been started with a crochet and back comb situation. But females, or even Caucasian males with hair of this texture, if you freeform your locks and decide to just let them grow and do their own thing, you will end up something similar like this, where the dreads are actually mature and thick, but there is a lot of wispiness and a lot of loose hair still involved in the situation. You guys remember this family, the freeform dad and kid. Now this is like ultimate freeform situation here for both of them, and the kid specifically because his hair is super light. It looks like it's been sun dyed quite a bit, and even having some dreads thinning out already, which is crazy to see at such a young age. It's like this kid's obviously not losing his hair, but dreadlocks do thin out on their own over time. And the dad here has some freeform dreads as well, and you can tell this because the roots are pretty much all afro. It is an afro. There's nothing tightly down to the scalp. If I were to type in freeform dreadlocks on Instagram as a hashtag, we're gonna see what pops up today here in the hashtag realm. And obviously there's gonna be some beautiful locks showing up, and these here are some ridiculous Beautiful freeform dreads. How can you tell they're freeform? On this guy specifically, we can see because his locks are fat and flat. Now, flat dreads like this, I'm sorry, but they cannot be created by hand. There's no way for someone to create these types of flat locks by hand in a salon from a loctician. There's no duplication, replication of these types of dreads. So that's the cool thing, you know, about having freeforms, is that, you know, there's no replicating the process. Everyone's gonna have different locks, and if you end up with fat, flat locks, like, all the better to you. All the better to you, because it is a great journey. This guy here, Congo of Ya, pretty crazy dreads. And these guys' dreads look like they would be at least 15 years old. Crazy. And his hairline looking pretty healthy. It's crazy to see that he's always wearing his hair down as well. Check out this dread on the side of his head. It's a super long one dread on the side of his head, and every picture it seems to be from the back here, showing off the locks. And check out this one shorter dread here. This is like the length of my locks right now, and that's just like one of them. I wonder if it broke or if he cut it like that. Here's a cool shot of him with his hair all tied up. This is probably the ultimate hairstyle for when you have really long dreads. It's almost like having a dread tam built into your locks. You just kind of rock it. It's like, why wear a hat when you can wear your hair? And a little bit of a close-up shot here, showing the thick dreads on the side of his head. A lot of people are worried or concerned that their hair would grow into dreads like this, but actually it's a beautiful process. So heading back to the hashtag here, Unconventional Ginger. Shout out to Unconventional Ginger. She did want to actually be in a video. She messaged me in a DM a while ago. She's got some pretty nice freeform dreads as well. I may have remember her saying that she might have started these with a crochet and back home and let them do their thing afterwards. And she is of Hispanic descent, giving her some nice luscious hair texture. And the tips of her dreads are actually very wispy, so there's no bluntage happening there on her dreads at all. So she's got some really cool dreads. Go follow her on Instagram if you're interested. Here's another good one with, you know, is this? Oh no, it's not. It looked like Wise Locks for a minute, but it's not Wise Locks. Free the Roots. Definitely a great Instagram page to see some freeform dreads. This dude here's dreads. Dreads actually do remind me of Dreadlocks quite a bit. I like the texture of the hair of the new growth coming in here. It's really interesting to see that. We see a lot of sun bleaching, sun-kissed dreads along the tips. We also see a lot of finger locks here on the bottoms. A lot of Congos and thick dreads just kind of all around. And this one right here at the back, kind of the side of his head, is going to be a big fat flat one like the other guy there. Free the Roots again. Free the Roots posting all the pictures of the freeform dreads. Some really cool freeform dreads here from James. Looks like he got a nice dread beard coming along too. Whoa, these are pretty nice. Getting more defined. Her hair free-forming in like this, and it's kind of all bleached up already. She put freeform, semi-freeform, so maybe she's doing like a twist up action or something. And this would be, a lot of people here are putting freeform, semi-freeform. Wonder why people tag semi-freeform. Look into this hashtag. Her dread's looking pretty nice though, actually. Real short and frizzy. This dude's locks looking fire. A lot of people with the bleach finger lock tips these days. Some really cool dreads here. I like the raggedy look going on here with these dreads. These are some really cool freeform dreads as well. Very thin here at the roots. Very thin. I like the way these are looking. I like the frizzy hairs down here, the loose hairs. Very interesting here. We got some braid locks happening. $50 for your lock retwist and style. Save your money, people. Don't waste it. Whoa, those are not dreads. I'm just looking at the semi-freeform hashtag real quick, because I don't really believe this whole semi-freeform is a thing. What makes it semi-freeform, really? Like, what are you doing that's partially freeforming it? It doesn't make sense to me. These look pretty cool. I like that the roots aren't very tightly bound to her scalp or anything. Here's a lady that put semi-freeform, yet we can see twists here on the scalp. So That wouldn't be a free form. That would be a twisted form. You know, like seems like it's mostly ladies putting the semi-free form in there. But yet I see twists here again down to the scalp. Here are some free forms. Really thick, really beautiful. Whoa, whoa, whoa. These are crazy. These are super long. Coily hair, semi-free form. I like that she doesn't have anything down at the roots here. Nothing is tight to the scalp. Oh, Irina Hernandez. Now, I would say her dreads are purely freeform, because her maintenance now there's not really much going on. She's got some really nice set of freeform dreads. But notice it's mainly ladies on here that are doing this semi-freeform hashtag. Now this guy here is rubber banding his locks together to make them thicker. This will work. It does take a long time for it to happen. Like, you're going to be having those rubber bands in there for 6 months. And during that 6 months, you could actually have them kind of seize up in your hair or melt in your hair or break off in your hair and get stuck in your dreads. You just got to be careful about that. Lastly, here on this episode, I wanted to look at, I don't like these semi-free forms. There's nothing here. Let's just type in freeform dreads real quick. Ay. Those are some freeform booty. Look at these two. Bleached everything. This is insane. Bleached beard, bleached dreads. What? So definitely not freeforms. Someone hashtagged this freeform dreads. Definitely true freeforms right here. This is a true freeform. Rasta, soldier. Pay attention. It's funny how we ended up back on my page here with this photo. But yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping by here today. Oh, look at this freeform dread real quick. Got the green locks popping up there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just want to give you guys a quick little freeform scenario here on Instagram. Just shouting out all the freeform dreads out there. You guys know who you are if you made the video, obviously. And yeah, just holla back. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay happy and natty, and definitely some more subscriber dread reviews coming soon to you. I'll see you guys around. Peace.